So Diddy has multiple male victims that he put through trauma just to get them on a record deal, like Usher, and he explained how he wouldn't even let his kids get near Diddy or his puffy flavor camp. So now in this video right here, we're about to look at his next victim, Justin Bieber, and he's gonna be opening up, and we're gonna see all the signs that he's been giving to show us that he has went through so much trauma throughout his childhood and his early ages within the music industry. And we're also going to see a lot of other shocking videos that you wouldn't even believe exist.
He wasn't going to school. He didn't have any friends.
What do you think is going on? You know, he'll sometimes get a little whiny about having a normal life. And I said, you know what? You gave up normal. This is your new normal. Yeah,
he said no one's perfect. And he said if you do it, you're a kid and you can do it.
You're still in the game? Are you ready to Canada and then go home to Canada? No, you're still in the game then, right?
Part of me feels like his mom knew what he was going through, but she just kind of stuck it out just for the money.
And it felt like no one gave a shit. They criticized the things I did. Nobody to call. Maybe they know me. 'Cause I've had everything, but no one's listening. And that's just fucking lonely. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. I'm so
Selling out arenas and everything, starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't. I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
Tell you my number.
Yeah.
I did a whole deep dive on Justin Bieber and Diddy, and Justin Bieber tried to tell us all about Diddy. And I found a super weird connection with CEO of Universal Music Group, Lucian Grange, who was alleged to have taken part in this whole criminal organization that Diddy had put together. So we know Justin Bieber was signed in 2008 to Usher's record label. And Diddy also mentored a 13-year-old Usher who actually lived with him for a whole year. And here is Usher's record label, and the parent company is Universal Music Group. Now, do you guys remember when Justin Bieber broke out in tears saying how he wanted to protect Billie Eilish?
You came face to face with Billie Eilish, who, in her own way, dealing with this very, very public explosion of success and of attention.
It was so quick. Yeah, and she's crazy. She's a superstar.
What was going through your mind when you saw that kind of reaction?
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Do you realize how important your story is? Every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience, I'm searching for some kind of truth that can help.
I commend you for going there and asking the tough questions and the things that people don't want to talk about, and they don't want to go there because it's revealing, and I want people to take a look at my story, and hopefully my words can make a difference.
And before this interview that Justin Bieber did, Billie Eilish came out with her song Abuse Your Power. And just wait till you hear her explain what the song is about.
Mainly about statutory rape. I have wanted to write about it for a long time, I think without even really realizing. Got a lot of stories I won't tell, and a lot of people's lives I could ruin. You know, nothing crazy happened. It was just a lot of inappropriate behavior with some people, and many people. I think the problem is that those people didn't realize that it was wrong.
Why not ruin someone's life?
I just don't. First of all, it's embarrassing, and people don't believe you, and
Right.
I also don't want to give them the attention. And I also worry because people, like certain people, want to fight back, and who knows what they're going to lie about, and then I don't want to deal with that. And like, I don't want to get asked about it. I don't want to have to think about them or see their face. It's a really bad cycle. If those people tried to say something about me, then I would have to, for my own well-being, tell the truth. And that almost happened, but it didn't.
Billie Eilish was signed to Universal Music Group November 9th, 2018. And in 2018, when Billie Eilish was signed to Universal Music Group, she was 1 month away from being 17 years old. I feel like Justin Bieber was trying to tell us about Diddy and Diddy's whole organization that is now crumbling.
9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, when a person signs that record deal, they're doing some sort of inappropriate act. They're definitely giving themselves to the label to either promote a specific demonic agenda, or they're giving themselves in some sort of way.
But let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
This was Justin Bieber on the set filming Yummy. And I heard that the hidden meaning behind the Yummy music video had to do with PDF files. Bro, like just him just riding down New York City on his bike, just trying to chill, and you have everyone just taking pictures of him that don't necessarily even care about him. That can be a very lonely feeling. I can understand where he's coming from at this point.
Truth is, why did nobody else do the numbers?
Tyrese Gibson speaks on Cat Williams' interview.
Cause they ain't got that oil on them. They name ain't Shannon, and them niggas definitely ain't sharp. I'ma walk out of this. Come on, man.
I believe it because
so now you Oprah?
No.
I'm sorry, Oprah? What the F? Now you Oprah?
Because here's the thing.
Why you doing Oprah numbers, Shannon?
That's facts.
Because God.
Why Gayle King ain't doing these numbers after she interviewed Cat? Oil. Favor ain't fair, my brother. You can't explain it, Shannon.
I can't.
It's the timing, it's the oil, it's the favor, it's the specific hand that's on your life. If they keep losing sleep over my gifts, motherfucker, you never gonna wake up.
I've been to plenty Diddy parties, but I left early.
Oh, okay.
And when they started talking about all this
freak-offs and everything.
Yeah, man, it's like I never seen it. When I heard what they was doing, I was like, what? I was like, what? I would be there until like 4:30
in the morning.
Yeah. And they must have been doing this at like 4:35. It's like they was waiting for me to get out the door. Like they see me going there, like, okay, let's get on freak on. I never seen none of what they were talking about. And I would never want to be a part of that type of stuff.
I feel that.
Because like you just start hearing the stuff they doing, and I never seen it, so I'm just like, what?
The 1,000 bottles of baby oil he had. Did you ever see any of that or anything? Or
baby oil? Shannon, I use lotion. So it's like, what?
these Hollywood parties? Marlon, you been to the Hollywood parties. What's going on at these Hollywood parties?
I left early.
Because people think that.
I've been to plenty Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you, I've never seen
the stuff that they claim to be going on.
I never seen it. I never. Those aren't the type of parties that I go to. I don't frequent those type of
these
parties.
Niggas need to stop the cap. The first time I watched this clip, and I told ya, he just sounds like he's capping. He's doing way too much to prove himself at this point.
If I go, like I said, I've never seen any of this. I'm like, when I hear about it, when did that happen? Yes. At what time did this go down? Because I was there till 3:30. You mean 3:32? So they waited for me to leave? Like, all right, good. That Wayans nigga's gone. He talked too much. I've never seen it. Never seen nothing. You know, I see drugs, you know. Yeah. I don't be seeing like, I'm not a man that's about the gangbangs and the this and that. Yeah. If I party, I like my own party. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even if I'm me and, you know, back in the day, it'd be me and some chicks. It'd be me and some chicks. I don't need me, some chicks, and some dicks. Nah, just...
The Freemasons are coming to create the Luciferian New World Order. Let's break this
Now all the celebrities left early and none of them seen anything now. Crazy.
down. We're back for more Olympic symbolism. It's your favorite conspiracy jerk here to ruin your good time. This time we're talking about the symbolism of the closing ceremony. We saw the dystopian alternative reality with a fallen spirit named the Golden Voyager. The directors said this character is based on the Voyager mission golden records we sent to our alien overlords back in the 70s. Voyager was the mission that confirmed we had the hexagon on the pole of Saturn, just like we saw on the Olympics medals. Illuminate confirm all day. President Jimmy Carter told the aliens that we hope to join the galactic civilizations. Speak for yourself, brother. I'm staying right here in the good old US of A, where we won all the medals because we are literally the best at everything. If you listen to my full 30-minute podcast episode, you'll hear the breakdown of the occult basis for the Voyager golden records because it's rooted in ancient astronaut theory nonsense going back to Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, which influenced the ancient aliens movement with Eric von Daniken, Jack Parsons, and Werner von Braun. They played the Hymn to Apollo track, which once again confirms our first Olympics opening ceremony theory about the pagan gods Apollo and Osiris, because it's all about the worship of the intellect. This is the Luciferian world religion. At the beginning of the closing ceremony, the announcers told us the Golden Voyager is searching for the lost Olympic spirit. This is the lost word of Freemasonry, which is exactly what we talked about for the opening ceremony show, which you can catch on my free podcast feeds or even my YouTube channel now. But no ritual would be complete without the world's second greatest actor, Tommy Salami, jumping off the roof to get the flag and bring it back to LA to hand it off to Anthony Kiedis.
So yeah, guys, I think it's pretty obvious now that they are trying to open a portal at CERN. Is it to hell? I don't know. But definitely somewhere. I mean, Nike seems to think so. Let's watch Nike's new commercial about CERN. Yeah. So this commercial not so subtly starts off in Geneva, Switzerland, the location of CERN. And we have two pretend scientists, much like the actual pretend scientists over at CERN, argue about who's a better soccer player, or football player as the world calls it. And yeah, hijinks ensue as they open up portals to the past in the multiverse of football or something. Yeah, just watch this. Yeah, we get cloned players. We get a cartoon player who turns into a demon. That's interesting. And yeah, so what is going on? This is science.
The thing with Hollywood is, man, it's the land that you come to make dreams come true. If you're not coming with an idea to the land, ain't nothing coming true.
Can someone come to Hollywood and not do drugs?
Yeah.
And be successful?
Oh, hell yeah.
Just making sure.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Just making sure.
Hell yeah. That's easy.
It's not a requirement.
Bro, the requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
Nigga, you can take the bitch, but he wants you.
Oh, man.
He ain't worried about that bitch. he is not worried about that bitch at all. Okay, he ain't worried about your bitch.
Craziest part is the fact that everyone was calling Orlando Brown insane. But now when we look back 2-3 years, he was talking about all of this.
Spying on us, and I have proof. Okay, so get out of your app that you're gonna go in and you turn off the TV. Okay, the TV's off. So this thing right here, this remote, is still recording. Look, ready? Yap, 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 yap. Super girlfriend. Okay, now watch. I'm gonna turn on the TV. TV was off, I just turned it on. So, would it have been hearing what I was saying? Just watch. I click search. Okay, ready? Watch. Oh. Yep. Supergirl. Super girlfriend. I'm gonna turn off the TV. So what happened? We are being spied on. If you have this in your house, you have a parasite in your house. Who knows who Apple's selling our late night yap sessions?
Japanese authorities are urging people in a...
Alexa, I mean, at this point, it's literally our cell phones. Our cell phones can listen to us, tap into our cameras. It is what it is, bro. It's the life we chose to live when we got an iPhone, bro.
Wide area of the country to take precautions against a possible megaquake. But why? And what does this actually mean? A few days ago, a 7.1 earthquake hit Japan's southern coast, and while it didn't cause any major damage, it did hit the edge of a seismically active area called the Nankai Trough. This stretches all the way from central Japan to the boundary of Kyushu Island in the south. For decades, people in Japan have been warned about the big one happening at some point in the Nankai Trough. Big earthquakes in this area tend to strike every 100 to 150 years. The last one was in 1946. So how big is the big one? Well, according to the Meteorological Agency, it's a magnitude 8 to 9, with a subsequent huge tsunami. For context, the one which struck the Northeast in 2011 was a magnitude 9. It triggered a massive tsunami, a nuclear disaster, and nearly 20,000 people. Now, the Nankai Trough is a heavily populated area, so a mega earthquake there is estimated to be much more. While officials have said there is a higher chance than usual of a mega earthquake striking, they weren't saying it would happen in a certain period and have not asked people to evacuate. Instead, residents of Japan's Pacific coast have been asked to be vigilant and to check evacuation routes. Remember, this is Japan, the land of quakes. It sits on the Ring of Fire and experiences about 1,500 tremors a year. What's different about this one is that this is the first time such an advisory was issued.
It's interesting. The study that says we shouldn't eat animal-based diets and have meat funded by people who sell fake meat.
Is genetically modified pea protein smothered in glyphosate and other neurotoxins that are banned in every other country in the world, and also for good measure mixed with inflammatory canola oil. This is the playbook. You have the NIH saying that Cheerios are healthier than organic quinoa. You shamefully have the NIH jointly with food companies saying that a diet 91% in ultra-processed food was actually healthy and nutritious. And you recently had a group of conflicted Harvard doctors bashing a leading scientific journal for questioning ultra-processed food. Rachel, this is all an effort that I saw firsthand by the food industry to convince us that ultra-processed food, which is much more profitable than natural food, is healthy. And it's a bizarre world because the opposite is true. We're getting sick and the environment's being destroyed because of our farming processes that give us.
Have you ever heard of the GATE program?
No.
Program that was started way long ago back in the 80s. It was this program that was put into schools, and schools would pick out certain kids. It seemed kind of random, and they would just do certain testing and reading and stuff like that. It's just kind of a cool system, right? The problem with this program is that they're funded and created by the CIA. They would bring these kids into a windowless room, sit these kids down, and they would test them, being blindfolded in these tests as well, trying to move things. They would take field trips with the GATE program
No.
outside of the school. In one instance, they took kids into a museum, into a room where there was a mummy. What? And they had them stay overnight with no parental supervision.
What?
All this strange things, and it just doesn't make sense. And for the CIA to be involved, you know they're
Need to recognize that the technologies being called AI now are reliant on mass surveillance. They require huge amounts of data to train and tune these AI models like GPT, and then they require more data to input.
Shorty's speaking like an AI.
into those models, whether it be personal data that the models use to make a decision or prediction about us, or whether it be the prompts that we enter into systems like ChatGPT. So I think we need to be very cautious with the AI narrative, where we are being led to confuse mass surveillance with intelligence, and by doing so, initiate these corporate technologies into the core of our social and governmental institutions.
I have a question. What the hell is this? What the is this? Right?
How do you expect for me to know what that is, Sarah? What do you think I am? An encyclopedia? I'm a YouTuber.
It's got like little wings or whatever. I saw it. I thought it was like a flower petal, but clearly it's not.
That looked like a fairy. That's what it is.
What is it? I don't
it's an
think
albino
praying
fairy.
mantis. So if anyone's got a clue, I'm very invested in finding out what that is. Get on.
Care to share any predictions? The coming lottery numbers are, we've done so many jokes over the many seasons that we've been on the air that eventually we're going to get something right. We always predict, what is the most, predict. We always write jokes on the things that are supposed to be the most absurd possibility, and it turns out that that's the way the world is these days. So everything seems to come true. But no, it's not intentional, and what can I say? Don't stop writing mean.
There's only so many times you can have a show that accurately, quote unquote, predicts the future that he's claiming to just be a coincidence. Come on now.
Enough about me on Twitter, okay?
That the latest human quest is immortality and divinity. We're all trying to be superhumans. Is that actually happening?
Yes, in places like Silicon Valley, equality is out, but immortality is in. Everybody's talking about immortality. Google has just established 2 or 3 years ago a sub-company called Calico, whose stated aim is to solve the problem of we've solved search, now we'll solve. And they are not the only ones. And basically they are saying is not some metaphysical phenomenon. We don't have to wait for the second coming of Christ in order to solve it. A couple of geeks in a laboratory can do it.
Are they doing it?
Yeah, they are investing billions in that. Not only them, but all over the world. Basically, there are 3 ways. You can use biological engineering to change the
people will do everything, but except the individual that said, I'm the way to eternal life. Just follow me. They'll do everything else in the entire world, but just do the way that it's been described to actually be immortal.
Human body to speed up natural selection. You can use cyborg engineering, which is combining organic with inorganic parts, and you can create completely inorganic life forms. It will be not only the greatest revolution in history, it will be the greatest revolution in biology ever.
Will we still be human?
Not in the sense that we understand humanity.
Exactly. That's the big thing. It says in Proverbs, righteousness leads to immortality. That's what it says. So I'm going to follow that, because at the end of the day, I believe that life really comes from the spirit, not from the flesh. So, the flesh could leave, but as long as the spirit is living, that's what really matters. Hope you guys did enjoy this video, though. Make sure you do comment down below what are your thoughts about Justin Bieber, and especially even that Wayne Bro clip. Do you think he's capping in that clip with Wayne Bro, or you think he's telling the truth? So any thoughts or opinions that you had throughout the entire video, you can comment it down below, because I do read them and I enjoy reading them. Smash like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.